It seems we're not going to be getting a PlayStation Vita successor anytime soon. According to Shuhei Yoshida, of course, does not need any introduction as he is of course the president of Sony Computer Entertainment Worldwide Studios. Yoshida was asked about their plans for gaming handhelds during a Q&A at EGX 2015. Now, he said that while he and his team had enjoyed working on the Vita, the rise of smartphone gaming had created what he calls an unhealthy climate in which to launch a successor to the Vita. And he went on to say, quote, "That's a tough question. People have mobile phones and it's so easy to play games on smartphones, and many games on smartphones are free or free to start. I myself am a huge fan of PlayStation Vita, and we worked really hard on designing every aspect. Touch-based games are fun, there are many games with really good design, but having sticks and buttons makes things totally different. So I hope, like many of you, that this culture of playing portable games continues, but the climate is not healthy for now because of the huge dominance of mobile gaming." Now, we all know that the PlayStation Vita has pretty much not done very well. It's failed to set the world on fire outside of Japan. It sold fairly well there, but elsewhere didn't really sell amazingly, and sales elsewhere in the world, that being not Japan, have slowed pretty much to a trickle. And one thing you need to keep in mind as well, that both the Vita and the Nintendo 3DS have both sold less than the handheld machines that preceded them. And it's a real shame. The Vita itself is not a bad little piece of kit. I just feel like it's severely lacking in system-selling games. I mean, what games are there really to play on the Vita? I'm sure there are a few good ones, but is there anything like, oh my god, wow. Like, for me, the main reason I got a PSP, and there was a few other games I wanted to play as well, was because of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. And for a lot of other people, it was Monster Hunter that sold the PSP for them. And of course, I'm sure the Vita has good games, I'm sure it does, but just not enough and to obviously sell well enough. And I don't really blame Sony for being cautious, shall we say. Mobile gaming is huge, and Nintendo have kept the 3DS going pretty well. It of course has sold well, even if it didn't sell as well as the DS, by having some really, really good games on it. You know, the 3DS has a pretty damn good lineup. And of course it's Nintendo, so obviously you get Pokemon and all the Mario and all the Zelda 3DS remakes, such as say Ocarina of Time. So yeah, they've had plenty of system sellers for the 3DS, and even that's not doing as well as the DS. So I don't know, perhaps for a while we won't be seeing any new handhelds from either company. If anyone can make a handheld work, it's probably Nintendo, and it'll probably be just them that does it now, because of course Vita cost Sony a lot of money and hasn't really made it back, at least judging from what we've seen. Maybe in a few years, but I wouldn't count on it, to be honest. I don't see them doing a new handheld anytime soon. But, of course, I could be completely wrong. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, guys, and I'll see you next time.